What is going on, guys? We are back in the garage and I got some parts for the Pro Car. So let's get these on the table and I'll show you what we got. So if you guys know anything, you know this brand, Cooks. These are the headers for the new Pro Car. So let's dig into this box. This is the first of a few parts we got, and I'll explain why I decided to go with these headers over other options. So we got the headers out of the box. Big reason I decided to go with these headers over the other headers on the market, which are cheaper, is the runner size. On most aftermarket headers that are basically plug and play to your application, the runner size is typically a 1.75. So if you're looking at ISR or Sickie, they have a smaller runner, which is great for a lower power motor. But because this motor that I'm putting in the Pro Car is going to be big power, we needed bigger headers. After speaking with my engine builder, he recommended no less than a 1.875 runner. And that's where LOJ Cooks headers came into play. You also get rid of your typical 2-bolt flange on the rear, and you could either weld a V-band on here, or you can do a slip joint style exhaust and keep everything nice and tight. So that's the first part of the puzzle that we got. Alright, so next up on the block we have a LOJ Conversions oil pan. The reason I switched from this from my previous Canton oil pan or ISR oil pan, two reasons. One, ISR Canton, their new pans are made out of aluminum, and the aluminum ones, although they do have these weld-on AN fittings, they're just not as sturdy as I would like. The flanges are a little thinner, they tend to warp and crack really easily. I don't want that. So I was on the market for a steel oil pan with the weld-on AN fittings and a higher oil capacity. And I came across LOJ Conversions. Again, another awesome upgraded product. Alright, last piece of the puzzle from LOJ. As you can see here, we got engine mounts. Again, reason I switched from my previous setup, which was ISR, was just little pet peeves that I had with the system, with the setup, and these crossed those pet peeves off. This Pro Car is going to start coming together quick now that we are getting all our supporting parts. I'll update you guys as we go along and as we get more parts and explain why I decided to go with these parts versus previous parts I have ran.